this is my championship. This is my championship moment. This is the moment when I'm facing the most adversity that I've ever faced in my life. And how I watch Michael Jordan take that court, how I watch the New York Yankees take that field, how I watch other sports teams take the field and come out with that W, I put myself in that arena. I put myself in that mindset. I said, this is my moment. This is your chance to overcome what it is in front of you. This is your chance to make that team. This is your chance to win that championship, to hold that trophy up. But at the end of the day, you gotta build that muscle, and you can't waste your opportunity on anyone. You have a destiny to fulfill, and that's the only reason why you're here. It's two reasons that you need to understand. The first day was when you're born, and the second is why. So you need to figure out why and pursue that destiny. Everything else is a distraction.
I'm Byron Thompson. I'm the Community Engagement Manager regionally with the Phoenix, covering Milwaukee, Detroit, and Chicago. I've been with the Phoenix ever since they came to Milwaukee. Actually was instrumental in bringing the Phoenix to Milwaukee in 2020. When I think about that journey, being a person in recovery, number one, just finding joy in being involved in recovery sports, making recovery fun. You know, when I got into recovery, I really thought it was going to be a dead end, and there would be the end of fun. And I found along the way here in Milwaukee that there is, recovery is not the end. It's more of a new beginning. If you want to be in recovery for a lifelong period, you've got to make it fun. It's got to be attractive for people. And it's been a personal mission of mine, for the past 23 years that I've been in recovery, to model having fun in recovery, because it's my lifestyle, it's my life. And I want to be an example of somebody who's flourishing in recovery.
I'm Jason Seeplek, volunteer coordinator with the Phoenix. The way that I think about recovery now and how I used to think about it. Being in long-term recovery, I had this model of, this is kind of the only way that recovery is done. So Phoenix has really blown my mind a little bit and opened it. There's no one right way to recover. We accept all pathways at the Phoenix, and they're all there. It's awesome to see people come in and choose that pathway of, physical fitness is going to be my recovery, or I'm going to add this to my 12-step program, or I'm going to do Dharma, or continue to go to church and add Phoenix events to my schedule. It's really changed my view and my outlook and the way I do my own recovery as well. Mental health, physical health, spiritual health, all those things are affected. Phoenix has really helped move that along for me.
How did Soberfest begin? One of my buddies, one of the guys that was playing ball with us, like in between games, we're talking, and he's like, Byron, I curate concerts around the city. I'm managed, I put together shows. The Phoenix should have a festival, a concert, a show or something. I was like, I don't know, I didn't think anything of it in between games, and then he started showing me things that he had put together. When he showed me that video, and I thought, wow, we could actually do something like this. And I've always had kind of like, a love for music. And then John, who became a volunteer, who actually does all this, he set the show up, and he taught us how to, get a park, get and it's an outdoor venue, okay. Told us we just get a permit and do all this stuff. And so, he, from the ground up, he kind of taught us how to build a show. He knew the stage people and all that. And so Soberfest 1 was born in 2021.
We put that one together quick. I think like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
We put a show together. Somewhere 75 to 100 people showed up in a little park in River West, Milwaukee. And there was a thunderstorm right before the show started.
We want to beat the rain, so we're going to get the show started with a local artist that I met probably 30 days ago. Didn't know he was so talented, a songwriter.
And as soon as the last act finished their last song, another thunderstorm came. And so we had this amazing just window of where everything went right. It all went off perfectly. Byron and I grins from ear to ear, you know, when it was over, and just like we sat together afterwards after what had just happened, and the music that went down, and we fed all the people, and the fellowship that happened, and there were tents, there were resources, and we giggled to ourselves over what had happened, and it was such a natural high. It was a rush of what had just occurred.
It was a rush. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there was no doubt we're gonna do more of that.
Soberfest too.
We're doing more of
gotta do
that. Yeah.
This is a fantastic event. I'm so proud of the work that you guys do and all the effort that you put in to keep people on the right track. All of us need to keep following our goals, and everything gonna be exactly how you envision it as long as you stay on your path and check off them goals always.
We tried to go real big for a second year. We thought we were
Lollapalooza.
Lollapalooza.
We thought we were Lollapalooza.
Yeah, it was 6 hours long, and we had, I think, 6 musical acts on one of the hottest days of the year.
Days, yeah.
And it was rough. You know, it was well attended. You know, we're proud of that. You know, but it was a hard day. It was a hot day. And there were things to be learned from that one.
Yes,
you know,
biggest learning experience from that one
so
is
far,
the fact
right.
that, hey, you know, we're popular, okay, but we're not keeping people 6 hours popular. You know what I mean? You know, so let's get that down to 4 hours, and let's not have people waiting around. Like, as soon as they get there, give it to them, you know?
Yeah.
Get that music starting, keep that attention, make them more comfortable. You know, we didn't have seats. So in year 2, we didn't have seats, and
or bathrooms.
Or bathrooms. I forgot. Somebody forgot to order the porta potties, which was not a good thing, actually.
We didn't have seats or bathrooms.
It's not a good thing when you got that many people out there. So we learned, man, from that experience, like, this is a big park, you know, so let's make it a little more cozy. We got to make it good, so that our people will come, and, you know, because they got multiple choices to do, you know, that weekend. We're a city of festivals. There's only a limited amount of weekends in Milwaukee summer. So we just picked the least thing we think that we'll be up against, and go with that weekend, and then try to make the show and the resources and everything that we provide, just make it a great time that people want to show up and come.
All right, let's get into this first performance. This artist is originally from St. Louis, Missouri, currently residing here in Milwaukee. He's an amazing artist and a performer. Y'all please make some noise for the acoustic silence of Solomon Crow.
Make being sober fun, and make it, you know, give people and give back to the people who have been coming to our events through COVID and through the winter time, and they're coming, and all our volunteers who are running classes in the winter and going there and doing everything they're supposed to do. Soberfest is a celebration, you know, for all of our people in recovery, and our volunteers, and our donors, and our families, and everybody who supports us in the Phoenix. That's what Soberfest is. So, you know, that's why we, you know, that's the purpose that we keep in mind. I don't care, you know, how many people, you know, show up, but we definitely want a lot of people to show up.
I believe in honestlove.com. Check out his website. Please make some noise and show some love for Jorge Valentine.
something that I think that we really need to spotlight is our community partners this year, and how they really helped us organize and pull this event off with as many people and moving parts as it had to be a success, you know. And so we had committee meetings months before leading up to the event. We had committees that took care of the grounds, that took care of food, that took care of volunteers, that took care of promotions and press and stuff like that. And so it never would have went off like it did if we didn't pull all those people together to help the planning, because we took a lot of that on ourselves in previous years. And so really helping piece that stuff out to where, you know, these community partners now have ownership in this festival. You know, if they worked on the grounds, they want it to look good when they get there. You know, if they helped with volunteers, they want to make sure that those volunteers show up and that they get them going and stuff like that, that this thing is going to be a success. And so, man, did they show up. So they showed up big time for us this year.
We got a whole army of volunteers out here, probably 30 or 40 volunteers. If you're a volunteer, wave your hand for me. Wave your hand if you're a volunteer. Volunteering is a big part of what we do. If you want to be a Phoenix volunteer, stop over at the booth. We'll sign you up. I'll tell you, I never met more greater people than when I went out and volunteered. So I want to say thanks to specific people. I got a big list of our committee. So bear with me as I thank Roots, Fourth Dimension, Maida House, Serenity Inn, my man John Cunningham with VBG, the Milwaukee Alano Club, Samad's House, Community Medical Services. We got Honeybee Sage Wellness. That's who's doing those mocktails over there, along with Inmoxicated. Give it up. We've got the City of Milwaukee Health Department. And we got the Milwaukee Turners and Wiss Hope. That entire committee helped put this event together, and this is definitely the largest crowd we've ever had for Soberfest. So I really want to thank the committee for their dedication to bringing this to fruition.
Yeah, that was all right. That'll work. All right, man. My name is VU, for those who don't know me. This is the band Focus, man. These guys are the real show today.
I want everyone to have this. You know, I want it to be bigger. I'm not sure we can do better, but we'll try. You know, but allies, anyone 48 hours sober, people in recovery, you know, I want them to take part in this and just to witness this and you know, and to be around all these great people and organizations and man, to just soak that all in. It's something special.
Just going through Facebook, you know, after the event, I was seeing people, they were like, man, last night was great. I did this, I did that. I went to Soberfest 3. You know, just matter-of-factly saying I was at Soberfest 3, like that's something. I saw so many posts like that, which really just like gave me a lot of hope. I really want the Phoenix to be a household name here in Wisconsin, and I think this kind of thing, you know, has us on our way to our goal. We want to make it better. We want to make it mainstream. There's a park, there's a place every year. For one day in the summer, everybody know there's a place to go where you don't have to worry about that pressure of watching people drink, and you know, maybe you used to drink and that triggers or something and whatever, but just one day.
Shout out to the Phoenix and Soberfest. Make some noise for the festival today, y'all. Y'all looking beautiful. Give me 2 times.
if Soberfest 1 and 2 would have been so crazy off the chart, it wouldn't have been so gratifying to have Soberfest 3. You understand? We had to work. We had to rearrange and we had to plan and be smarter and put our egos down and be disappointed and be hot and be, you know, and be like, oh, we should have had a few more people there. And people say, you know, we had to go through things, you know. So I love the process of it. That's what I like more. Like, I'm glad that it didn't like just, you know, go super crazy, that we had to work for it.
Figure out what it is your destiny is, why you were here, because we're not here to live meaningless lives. It's not many people that can say that they can wake up every day of their life and give it all that they got. But if you have the right mindset, you can do hard things. Everything you do don't have to be easy. You can do some hard things. But if you run through life looking for the easy things, everything has to be easy, then what you're gonna end up with. For the last 27 years, I've been walking in purpose. Since June 11, 1996, when they slapped the handcuffs on me, I made a decision to give it all that I had, everything. So when they invited me in to come in and speak to you today, I drove in and I came here to give you everything I got. That's all I got. I just gotta give it all to you.
I really want this for Milwaukee. I want this for Milwaukee recovery. You know, there were, you know, having, being in long-term sobriety and not having this, I was, you know, we had to do our own thing. You know, hey, you want to go to a coffee? Hey, you want to go to a Bucks game? And hey, we should go join that basketball league or something like that. You know, and so and this is really,
It's a platform.
you know, like this is a free platform for people in recovery to just get out there and enjoy life.
Prior to working at the Phoenix, I was volunteering to do things like this. And so the work that I do now, that I get paid for, I would do for free. So I'm basically like living my dream.
I ain't gonna lie though, when they first invited me to do a Soberfest, I was a little confused. I was like, in Milwaukee? A Soberfest in Milwaukee? Good luck. I didn't think nobody was gonna be here.
So when Byron approached me to see if Phoenix could come into Adventure Rock, I was so stoked, because for me it was this finally taking this thing, this sport that I love, that I fell in love with in early sobriety, and had the opportunity to give it to people, other sober people.
Mother, could I come back home? I don't wanna die at 28 years old. My bones are shaking, I ain't slept in days, and I don't recognize myself anymore.
Like I needed a little bit more in addition to the 12-step program. And I really just didn't know what I was going to find, and I put a couple of feelers out there, and I found the Phoenix app. And that was just 3 months ago, and what an amazing gift on top of a gift.
Hey, Soberfest 4 2024.
Soberfest 4 2024 is going to be at Pier Marquette Park. It's going to be the first Saturday in August. But any other our programs, you know, that we do, you can just go to thephoenix.org or download our app, because we got something going every day. So join us.
Go to thephoenix.org.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was fun.
Dude, thank you.